Dr. Patrick, I know one of the things that we've talked about in the past is a number of issues, and one of the things that you and I used to do was a program called Minority Forum, and later we changed that program to People of Color. And I know that one of the things you continue to talk about is how we get guests and individuals when we did those programs to challenge the status quo. And as we're winding down this particular episode and so on, I also like to give the guests or people that we have these conversations with an opportunity to throw out some pearls of wisdom, or we may say some heavy light, to kind of like help our audience to understand what can they do. And so in light of all the things that we're facing, what kind of things do you think we can do to help bring a change in this present malaise or this condition that we face in this community as well as in this country? So can you share a little light on what are the things you would leave with our viewing audience?
Well, it is very much a historic time. We're living in the era of unprecedented racism, in a sense, with Donald Trump as president. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I never thought I would see such a blatant moron, a racist moron like Trump in the White House. And, you know, to some degree, he's pulled off the ideological cover of racism in the United States. So I don't know how anybody can now deny, as they used to, that America with a K is a racist country. And so it's very historic. Of course, we're living in the era of a pandemic we haven't seen before in our national history. And we're also living in an era in which the spotlight, at least now, seems to be on racial inequality to an extent that it really hasn't in at least the recent past. So in terms of what to do, I'm reminded of an interview that I heard years ago by a former agent of the CIA. And he was revealing a lot of the things that the CIA had done that were illegal. And during the question and answer period, somebody asked him, well, what can we do? And he said, man, just do something. Just do something, you know, do something to try to create change in whatever way you can. And at least to begin with, think about the things that you're good at and try to do that. You know, if you know how to write, then write articles, write letters. If you're a good organizer, try to work with people and organize. If you're somebody that likes to stay in the background, then you can stay in the background, join an organization and do a lot of the behind the scenes work. But at least try to do something and, you know, try to be a part of a collective effort, because this in a way is a great opportunity for us to try to push momentum forward, but it won't happen unless we remain active. And as you know, the struggle very much continues. And in the things I've written about activism, I've said you have to realize that this is a lifelong commitment, and frustration at certain points is inevitable, but you have to work through that. You have to rely on the support of those around you on both a political and emotional level, and just continue trying to move forward.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you, Dr. Patrick Velasquez, talking to us about these important issues that deal with critical race theories and our current issues. And hopefully we can do this again and make it so that we can help throw out that heavy light so that people can help transform our community. But thank you for being on this edition, and we look forward to other editions where we can talk more about how do we reform and transform our communities. So thank you.
All right. Thank you. Muchas gracias.